Good day, all. We're back in Awaken Chaos here. Just want to share my Riff of Chaos team using Matson and Muriel, Thomas, Rosalie, and Brand. Um, I just want to feature mainly Matson and Muriel here, and Thomas, because they are the rare heroes that are used here for my team. The unique heroes that are used for my team here. I'm gonna show you one run, and then I'm gonna show you the stats, and I'll try to explain why the team works during the run itself. So let's just go through it. We'll remove the a little bit of speed here to explain. So what's good thing about Muriel here is why is she used is because she's level 60. She puts up this attack down 2. There you go. As you can see there, attack down minus 50%. And what's good about Tamas is that 50% defense down from the boss itself as well. But what Matson is going to do is prolong that. You see that? It's round 3 rounds now. 3 turn debuff now, and Matson is just gonna continue to prolong that until we kill the boss. That's what Matson is here for. And aside from that, since the boss is negating the heal effects to other allies, Matson's lifesteal, aka the vampiric here, what is it? Vampiric touch. Attack against this unit heals the attacker for 50% of the damage. So that's what's awesome about Matson here. Because the boss negates the heals, Matson is there to provide the lifesteal. Now Brand is doing the branding, and Rosa is just basically here for the damage and everything. What's Muriel is actually providing as well is that the bonus hits, right? Provides 2 hits for our teammates here. Let's speed up that run. Provides the extra hits from Muriel will actually make us lifesteal more, and then helps Matson actually survive as well and put up more debuffs. But the problem with Muriel is that she puts up like speed buffs, which kind of ruins sometimes the sync of the team. But then again, he puts up the damage up buff as well, which increased Rosa's damage. Look at that, 200k without the attack up 2. Decent damage from Muriel buffs there. So we are going to the end of the run here. Matson is just gonna keep look at that. Look at the debuffs there. It's still there, right? We just shake it off last round, and then it's still there. The defense down and the attack down too is what making the team survives. The Muriel is actually low leveled. I have not booked her. I have not geared her. Specifically, it's just decent gear with revival set. We will show the sets later on. I can see the run is safe. Rosa could actually do that by day, all day. So the run is a bit long because I was playing it slowly, trying to explain all the way. So now, I just clicked back, didn't I? Okay, never mind. So we'll enter floor 6 again. Or should we enter floor 7? Okay, I can run floor 7 about 70% win rate, depending. Brand actually needs, we'll talk about that once we see Brand's gear here. Brand's gear here is decent stats, 32k health. We could do better. But my gear is lacking. I just went back. I'm missing some gears. I haven't been farming. So what we want is Brand to have more resistance, right? 151% is not gonna cut it. 170 I think is safer. He sometimes gets stunned in 7, and I think he's gonna get wrecked in 8. So this is the Brand stats. We'll show you real quick. We'll show you my Rosa stats a little bit. I just booked her one more time. It went from crit rate. That's why her crit rate is overwhelming. I have no replacement for the gear yet. We'll have more later if we proceed with more books maybe. So yeah, that's Rosa stats here. She's not A5 yet, and then we'll put Matson last. So Thomas is book. I think I put 11 books on him. He's a decent hero for in this dungeon specifically for this team. Otherwise, Ramu would actually outscale him based on the damage and the consistency. But because of the defense down 2 and Matson a combo with the prolonging of the defense down 2, Thomas is actually doing really good here for the team. So hero actually shines depending on the team set as well. We'll proceed with Muriel next. So funny thing about Muriel's trait is that once you have like 4 buffs on you, you get to have like a basic attack, basically like a Florence, right? So even if she dies, if you have like 4, you still the aura is still actually effective. So later in the stage, if there's like a chance, we'll show you that one. Muriel is just like tanky here. Doesn't matter. She's level 60. She was not shown love. I just pulled her. And then we have our boy here, Matson. I just put him on level 70. No books, actually. You don't put attack on Matson unless you book him. Like, unless you invest on books and ascension, do not put damage on this guy. He is so squishy. He's gonna die. He's confused with his role in this dungeon. Uh, we will try to run here Titan 7, as you can see from the name, or Titan 7. And then we'll see. Hopefully, brand doesn't get stunned, and then we get to show you a decent run. So same deal. Muriel is gonna go and then put up the attack down 2, and then Thomas is gonna put up the okay. It's gonna confuse the yep, yeah. There goes the bad side about Muriel here. He put up the move speed up. Now Brand becomes useless, right? The damage that was not used anyway. See that damage? Decent damage from Rosa here because of Muriel buff, which is increased damage, and the heals from Matson is being used. Look at the heals from Matson here because of Muriel's extra attack, right? He taps it up because of the bonus hit from Muriel itself. So basically the team is working in sync. Muriel should survive until their oh Brand got stunned. It's just bad run. Let me retreat that one. We'll continue. This is why like 150 is it's actually stat extensive. I don't have the Shane, the Zitlin comps. I don't have that one. So you don't have to stress out about the things that you don't have. Just stress out the things that you have. You could actually scale well. It's just that the mentality is not applied properly with in terms of this dungeon. We'll talk about that more later. But let's just here watch if we could actually do it. The run is actually smooth unless Brand gets stunned. That's the main issue. Uh, if Brand gets stunned, and then the round or the run will fail. Look at the decent damage from Thomas, 17k each. Of course, you cannot out damage a Book Rosa. It's a Book Rosa, bro. Look at that, almost 90k. And as you can see, the damage down is still there. The damage down continues. And then we get to smack the boss here for a decent 100k, 58. That's good. So this is the round where Muriel actually dies. Dies from the big AoE smack, which is fine. And this is the round where the damage down will actually fade. If you there you go. The damage down will actually fade, but okay. Matson actually dies again. That's fine. We get to revive Matson. That's fine. Hopefully we have enough damage here. Oh, look at that. Rosa actually still did the bonus attack even when Muriel is actually dead. This is why my floor 7 is not consistent. Oh my goodness, look at that. Okay, so I need to scale that one better. Matson is actually too squishy for the job, even with the buffs. So we'll retreat that one. So as you can see, floor 6 is consistent. Floor 7 is a little bit inconsistent, especially when something like a speed up happens and like that. So let's enter here. So let's just set Rosa for example. Oh my goodness, what have I done? What am I missing? Why am I failing? Right? It's because I did not farm the other rifts. Mainly because I do not farm the other rifts. I have no team for them. So my best advice for new players or for endgame players that are starting to tackle the rifts, do not push on one rift too deep. Like, invest everything on wood and then just, get stuck on floor 6 or whatever, floor 4. If you farm like floor 5, that's good. You can start to collect the blue glyphs, the blue relics. Then you start to build that team for the next floor. Do not proceed. I'm just need a little bit more push, and we could go for 6. No, that's not it. The main frustration is that you cannot push. Yeah, like okay, I don't have the units for it. That's why I'm failing. I don't have the books. You could actually scale well with just the relics itself. It's just that it's gonna take time, and then you are not. I'm not. It's my mistake as well. I'm not focusing my resources. After I clear floor 5, I just wanted more. Like I want to clear floor 8. Just like invest everything in one team for one dungeon. Like I should have invested in water and fire teams. That way I could farm the relics there as well. If I have like a resistance relic in brand, I could have proceeded to the floor 8 or whatsoever of other floors. Like resistance relic with an HP relic, that could actually help brand a lot, keeping the team survive. And I could have like an HP defense relic for Matson to survive as well. As you can see here, Matson is not running any relics. Like, what is this? What is this relics? He's not running good relics with him. That's the big issue why Matson is actually failing as well. And the other heroes are not doing their job properly. If I have invested in other dungeons and not stop concentrating in one that I have, I might actually. And the thing is, these resources is actually taking so long to actually refill. So you don't have to invest so much in it and then farm like a dozen, like keep the timer going, but invest in a couple of dungeons. That way you get to balance the relic. Then you could continue to proceed. It's all about the process. It's not. It's just like skip everything and now. If you don't have the heroes for it, I like for example, if you know the mechanics of the boss, you could actually like if you don't have Rosalie, example, if you don't have Rosalie, you could actually have like Thomas, or Ramu, and then the new fire Andre, Andros. What's that name? You could actually use him and then proceed. You know, use some floors and then concentrate on what you have. Like majority of us end game players will have a couple of heroes that are book or use that might or could like example here on the water dungeon. I was using like an Eddie Christmas dealing more damage because of how the mechanics work. I could rant about that all day, but yeah. So read about the mechanics of the boss and then stop. If you barely manage to go to floor 5, stay in floor 5, farm the other dungeon as well, get your relics. At least you need to have like you can farm all 3 before you continue to push on your favorite rift. So that's it. Oh, okay, I ranted a little bit. Okay, good day all.